Welcome to 2021, the year when our lives finally return to normal. Well, hopefully. I'll keep my fingers crossed on that one. But for now, in order to keep you guys in the loop, I've got a few 2021 updates regarding this YouTube channel. As you may know, Yuka and I have been living in our van for over 2 years now. Normally, at this time of year, we escape the Canadian winter and head south for warmer climates. But with the Canadian border to the US still closed, we're stuck up here in Canada with all the rain and snow, which really isn't optimal for van life. Luckily for us, we just happened into a house-sitting gig for the winter months, and it's been great. We have exotic luxuries like an oven, a microwave, a washer and dryer, unlimited water, and power. All joking aside, it's been pretty nice to have a place to relax in while the weather sucks. Yuka even built a manual machine in the garage, and we've been improving our skills on most days. But not to worry, we'll soon be back in the van this spring, traveling, exploring, and sharing our adventures with you guys. But the house has been a nice change of pace. Last summer, both Yuka and I had been burning the candle at both ends. Living in a van, traveling constantly, with each of us still producing weekly videos. When I broke my wrist in September, I continued to do weekly videos while in a cast. It really started to wear at me and I hit my limit and completely burnt out. I decided to take a month off in order to reset. Through all this, I learned that our lifestyle wasn't sustainable, and if I kept it up, I would lose my love for making videos altogether. Yuka had been feeling the same way. So we decided that instead of posting one video every week, we would post one video every 2 weeks instead. And we'll alternate while doing so. Yuka will post to her channel one week, and I'll post to mine the next. I know this may not be the best news for fans of our channels, but with the videos getting as complicated as they are, we really need to slow down and not spread ourselves too thin. This is also why Yuka and I have decided to step back from our sponsors for 2021. As you know, during 2020, we've been riding Forbidden Frames and Noble Wheels, and they've both been fantastic sponsors. Especially Noble. They have supported this channel since its inception, so I have to give them special thanks for that. But sponsorship isn't all sunshine and roses. Sure, we get free gear and we get paid to ride it, but it also means you have to keep the sponsors happy by showing off their products. It's a lot of extra stress behind the scenes. Luckily for us, sponsorship hasn't been our only form of income. YouTube advertisements, like the ones you probably saw at the start of this video, help us out financially. We also get support from our generous fans over on Patreon. And it's the combination of these two things that allow us to be independent and not rely on sponsorship. So now, without obligations of sponsorship, we can say and do what we want without restrictions. Another thing is that when I bottom out hard, the rear tire just touches the seat tube, so it was kind of taking the paint off a little bit. The upside to all this is I get to pick the bike I want to ride for 2021. As you might know, I really do love high pivot bikes, but there aren't many options on the market right now. There's the DV8 Highlander out of Scotland, which looks pretty interesting. The Acto 5P train out of Germany is one of the more beautiful bikes I've seen, but the frame on its own is $4,800 US, and that's without the shock. And then there's the Norco Shore, but at 38 pounds, it may as well be a downhill bike. With so few options available, it may be difficult to get on a high pivot bike this year, but we'll see how things shake out. If you've got a suggestion, I'm keen to hear about it down below. But for now, I'll keep my current bike until something catches my interest. Now that Yuka and I are sponsor free, Patreon has become all the more important to us. It's a website where fans can support creators while receiving perks. So now, if you sign up, you can donate what you think is fair, and with your support you'll get access to all my videos a week in advance, ask questions on our monthly Q&A podcast, and see extended versions of my videos. Since my audience has grown so big here on YouTube, I can't reply to all your comments. But at my smaller community on Patreon, I can focus on and add to the conversations happening there. Patrons also get exclusive updates about what I'm up to. For example, the folks over there knew about my broken wrist weeks in advance. I had a little accident last Monday. I broke my scaphoid in Revelstoke. So if you'd like to help out, head over to bcpatreon.com. The final update for this video is regarding the trail I've codenamed Stone Starlet. With my wrist now healed, I've been going full bore on it, which turns out to be great physiotherapy. My wrist feels like it's back to 100% now. As for the trail itself, I've been working on some fun stuff, and I've got a new wooden feature in the works. It's not easy work, but I sure do love doing it. Since I want the trail to be as awesome as it can be, I'm trying to go about it as methodically as I can, which may take a little more time now, but will save me headaches in the future. With Chris and Bobby working on the section above, the trail will hopefully be open for you guys by the time summer rolls around. And those are my updates for the new year. Let's hope for all our sakes it'll be a good one. In the meantime, I'll be out there working on the trail. As always, thanks for watching and stay gnarly.